Hello student, last time we already considered the application of the op-amp as a inverting amplifier as well as non-inverting amplifier. Today we are going to discuss the non-linear application or non-linear circuit. Non-linear circuit means the shape of the output is different as compared to the shape of the input. And such non-linear circuit, today we are going to see op-amp as an integrator and op-amp as a differentiator. First, we see op-amp as an integrator. Integrator means operational amplifier performs the different mathematical operations. An integrator circuit gives the output, that is integration of the input. And for that purpose, a very simple circuit is used. That two terminals, there is one output, one terminal is connected to the ground. Here is for this terminal, here is a resistance is connected R, here is input is given V in and feedback is given between the output and this. For that purpose, the capacitor is used. Here is a capacitor is used. And we call this is the output. Again, here is the plus VCC and here is minus VCC. This is simple circuit. Operational amplifier act as a integrator. First thing you remember that in which mode it is connected. It is connected in inverting mode. Because non-inverting terminal is connected to the ground and input is given to inverting terminal, and that's why it is connected in inverting mode. See here, again non-inverting terminal is at ground. Call this particular point, suppose that is say A, and this point we call it as a B. Point A is connected to ground means potential at point A, that we call it as a VA, that must be equal to 0. And potential at point B, it is virtual ground point. Last time already considered, because the gain of the operational amplifier is infinity, ideally. When the gain is infinity, when the difference of these two voltages must be equal to 0. And therefore, if VA is equal to 0, then VB must be equal to 0. That is virtual ground point. This point acts as a virtual ground point and voltage at this point VB is equal to 0. The next, how this circuit performs the integration. How this circuit performs the integration. Input is applied here is due to this input. What will happen? Current flowing through this resistance, we call it as a IN. Due to the application of the input voltage, current flowing through this input resistance in this direction. At this point, some amount of current in this direction and some amount of current is in this direction. But again we know that the input impedance of the operational amplifier is infinite. That's why there is no flow of current from one terminal to other, means current flowing in this direction is 0. Current cannot be flowing in this direction. Means current flowing through this resistance, that must be equal to current flowing through this capacitor. And current flowing through the capacitor, we call it as a feedback current. We call it as a feedback current. Because there is a feedback is provided between the output and inverting with the help of the capacitor. Means two things are very important. According to the first characteristic, gain of the operational amplifier is infinity. That's why this particular point act as a virtual ground. And the second characteristic, input impedance infinity, means current cannot be flowing from this terminal to this. That's why current flowing through this R and current flowing through the capacitor, that is same. These 2 points are, you remember. Means here is the equation, I in must be equal to IF. Call this equation first. Again you remember that what is the voltage drop across this resistance R? And for finding this voltage drop, we use the relation V is equal to IR. Use the relation V is equal to IR. Then what is the value of I? I is equal to V upon R. What is here I? I is the input current here. I is the input current. And what is V? Potential difference of these 2 points. Means that is V in minus VB divided by R, and that must be equal to V in divided by R. This is the value of input current. Call this equation first. Call this equation second. This is actually the current flowing through this resistance. But what about the value of the current flowing through this capacitor? How will you find out? We know the relation, that is actually the voltage across the capacitor, and that relation is C is equal to Q upon V. V, we call it as a, V is the voltage across the capacitor. Voltage across the capacitor. Then when we consider this C is equal to Q upon V, means voltage across the capacitor. And how will you find voltage across the capacitor? Voltage across the capacitor is nothing but the voltage between these 2 points. Here is V0, here is VB. Means C is equal to, here is Q divided by VC must be equal to, again here is VB minus V0. But VB is 0, then C is equal to, here is Q divided by minus V0. Then what is the value of Q? Q is equal to minus C multiplied by V0. This is the value of Q. Remember this? Voltage across the capacitor, C is equal to Q upon Vc. This is the formula. C is actually the value of the capacitor or value of the capacitance, that is remains constant. Q is actually the charge stored that is within the capacitor, and that voltage across the capacitor means voltage difference of these 2 points, and that is VB minus V0. We get this relation. But how will you find current flowing through this? We know the relation I is equal to, here is dq by dt. I is equal to dq by dt. Then when we consider this, dq is equal to I into dt. I into dt. And when integrate this equation, then q is equal to, here is integration of I into dt. I into dt. And you remember that when we consider that is q is equal to, that is integration of I into dt. This is the value of the charge. I is equal to dq by dt. Then dq is equal to I into dt. Q is equal to integration of I into dt. After considering this, that is Q is equal to minus C into V0. This is the value. And then what is the value of Q? Minus C multiplied by V0 is equal to integration of I into dt. I into dt. But you remember that this I is nothing but, that is current flowing through this resistor. We call it as IF. IF is equal to this, IF is equal to this, IF is equal to this, IF is equal to this. means minus C into V0. Minus C into V0 is equal to integration of this. What is IF? IF is equal to I in. And what is the value of I in? V in divided by R. Here is V in divided by R. This is the value multiplied by dt. Then therefore V0 is equal to, here is minus 1 upon RC integration of V in into dt. This is an expression for the output voltage. What does it indicates? Output is directly proportional to the integration of the input voltage. Output is directly proportional to the integration of the input voltage. If suppose this value, if suppose the value of R, if it is 1 mega ohm and value of C 1 microfarad, then this value must be equal to 1, and at that time V0 is equal to minus integration of V in dt. This is the relation. Means output is equal to integration of input voltage. Output is nothing but the integration of input voltage. This is very important equation. Remember this. Again, when we consider this equation, what about the next point? Means this circuit performs the integration operation. Then what are actually the uses of this integrator? Where it is used and how it can be used? We are familiar with the, what is actually the value, means integration of the constant value. Means if some constant value is there, how will you find out its integration? Then you remember that there is a, if the input is, this is actually the value, here is V in. Suppose this is integration of 5 into dx. 5 is constant. 5 is constant. What is the value of the, what is the value of the integration of the constant? Integration of the constant means here is 5x plus c. And 5x plus c, this is actually the equation of the straight line. Equation of the straight line. It means that when the input is constant, output is increases linearly with time. If suppose the input suppose it is a constant in this manner, constant suppose say 5 volt. Then what is the output? Output is actually the constantly increasing output in this manner. Because this is the equation of straight line. But you remember that in this equation output that having a negative sign. Why negative sign? Because it is connected in inverting mode. In inverting mode there is a phase shift between input and output is 180 degree. Remember the first point. When the input is constant, if suppose 1 volt, 2 volt, 3 volt, 4 volt, 5 volt. If input applied is constant, and what is the integration of the constant? Here is suppose this is a 5 is constant, its integration is 5x plus c, and 5x plus c is an equation of straight line. Means when the input is constant, the output is continuously increasing, linearly increasing. This is the first point. Second thing you remember that, if suppose the input V in is equal to A sin omega t, means sine wave. Input is sinusoidal wave. And what is the frequency of that input? That is omega. omega is equal to twice pi f. And when the integration of that input takes place, then that must be equal to the minus integration of a sine omega t. What is the integration? It is minus integration of sine is cos omega t, means a cos omega t divided by omega plus c. And what is omega? Omega is actually twice pi f, means when the input is sine wave, output is cos wave. Output is cosine wave. But what is the meaning? But here is the, at the denominator omega means f. Means when the f is increased, means when the frequency is increased, output decreases because frequency is at denominator. Means for higher frequency, output that is goes on decreasing. Its meaning is that integrator circuit cannot pass the high frequency, and that's why integrator circuit we call it as a low pass filter. Integrator circuit we call it as a low pass filter. High frequency cannot pass. Constant constant input, linear increasing output. This is the first. Second one, it acts as a low pass filter. Why it acts as a low pass filter? When the frequency increases, output decreases. Its meaning is that it cannot pass the high frequency, and that's why we call it as that is actually the low pass filter. The next point, you remember that for integrator point of view, here is the equation, output is equal to V0 is equal to minus 1 upon RC integration of V in into dt. This is equation. But if suppose the input is rectangular, means rectangular pulse is given as an input, what about the output? Suppose here is the input is given in this manner. Input in this manner. What about the output? This is, we call it as a V in, here is 0 volt and suppose here is a 5 volt. What is the integration of 0? Integration of 0 is 0. But this is the duration for which the rectangular pulse that is constant. That is constant. Means here is the output point of view. For 0 point of view, here is 0. But this point to this point, rectangular pulse that is at constant voltage. And when the input is constant, output linearly that is increases. Linearly increases means output is linearly decreases in this manner. In this manner. Linearly decreases means, because why here is in this linear decrease? Because of the inverting amplifier. Because of inverting amplifier. Means for rectangular input, the output is the ramp signal. And if many times the question asks, how will you obtain the ramp signal? Or which circuit is used for the production of the ramp signal? That you remember that with the help of the integrator, ramp signal can be obtained. Remember this. After that, if suppose instead of rectangular pulse, you remember this for a constant, this is constant 5 volt, and here is the derivative of integration of the 5 dx, here is 5x plus 6. This is an equation of straight line. But this straight line is decreasing slope. The reason behind is that inverting amplifier. The next means means here is the rectangular pulse is used. From that rectangular pulse, we get the ramp signal. We get the ramp signal. But the next point you remember that if suppose at the input square wave is given, what is the output? Square wave is given, what is the output? Suppose this is actually the square wave. This is 0 volt. Suppose here is 5 volt. Again here is suppose say minus 5 volt. Again here is the square wave. Again here is the 5 volt. Means this is a square wave is given. And by using the same concept, and what is actually the output? Here is output, here is 0 volt, here is 0 volt. Means during this part, output is constant and that is positive. And during this part, output is constant means we get, that is actually the decreasing ramp. Again, but during this part, here is output is constant, at that time we get the increasing ramp. And in this way, increasing ramp, decreasing ramp, that is continuously increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing, we get a triangular wave. Because for this part, decreasing ramp is there. For this part, increasing ramp is there. Because constant, but here is negative. That's why it is move in the direction of positive direction. In the direction of positive direction. Means when the square wave is given to the integrator, we get the triangular wave. We get the triangular wave. Remember, these points are necessary for next explanation point of view. How will you obtain the triangular wave from the square wave? The reason behind is that concept, the constant of integration is a linearly increasing ramp, and that for that duration linear decrease, for this duration linear increase, for this duration linear increase, and we get a triangular wave. We get a triangular wave. Means this is all about actually the operational amplifier as a integrator. As a integrator. And here is the expression V0 is equal to minus 1 upon RC integration of Vn into dt. The next point we consider operational amplifier as a differentiator. As a differentiator. Differentiator circuit and integrator circuits are same. What is the only difference? Change the position of capacitor. Here is a capacitor is used and here is the resistor is used. Feedback is provided with the help of the resistor, and at the input the capacitor is used. Then what is actually the output equation for this purpose? Again it is connected in inverting mode. Again it is connected in inverting mode. Feedback is output to inverting is given with the help of the resistor. Again B point act as a virtual ground because of the concept of the gain infinite. Again current flowing through this capacitor, that total current flowing through this resistor, that currents are same. Because input impedance is infinity, that's why current cannot be flowing through this path. Current cannot be flowing through this path. Concept is same. Then, how will you obtain the equation? How will you obtain the equation? Again, we know the equation for capacitor point of view. C is equal to Q upon V. C is equal to Q. The relation between the voltage, charge on the capacitor and the capacitance. Its relation is C is equal to Q upon V. And you remember that V in must be equal to here is Q upon C. This is the equation. When we consider this, here is V in is equal to Q upon C, or what is the value of the capacitance in this equation? When we consider this equation, V represent the voltage across the capacitor. How will you find this? C is equal to Q divided by, that is V in minus VB. VB is 0. That's why C is equal to Q divided by V in. C is equal to this. And therefore, here is V in is equal to Q upon C. Call this equation first. V in is equal to this. Okay, after considering this, V in is equal to Q upon C. But what is Q? What is Q? Again, you remember that current flowing through this and current flowing through this feedback, these currents are equal. Means this condition is, again remember, that is I in must be equal to IF. This is very important equation. And I is equal to, you remember that dq by dt. Then dq is equal to I into dt. I into dt. What is q? dq is equal to this. Vn is equal to this. We already consider Vn is equal to q upon c. Here is, you remember that I is equal to dq by dt. Then I is equal to, means this I is nothing but input current. I in is equal to, here is d dt of, what is the value of q? The value of q is C into V in. C into V in. That must be equal to, here is C dV in multiplied by dt. I in is equal to this. Call this equation first. Equation second. I in is equal to C dV in by dt. After that, what about the voltage across the resistance? So current flowing through this resistance, we know that IF is equal to, by using the equation V is equal to IR, then I is equal to V upon R. Consider this equation. Here is V. V means voltage drop. Here is VB minus V0 divided by R. But VB is 0, then IF is equal to minus V0 divided by R. Call this equation third. But IN is equal to IF, that is minus V0 divided by R is equal to C dVn by dt. Then V0 is equal to minus RC. Here is dV in by dt. Means output R and C are constant. These are constant. Therefore, output is directly proportional to the derivative of the input. Output is directly proportional to the derivative of the input. And if suppose the value of R is 1 mega ohm and value of the C 1 microfarad, then output voltage must be equal to minus dVn by dt. This is the expression. Means this circuit obtain the output, and that output is derivative of the input. Derivative of the input, and that's why it is called a differentiator. That's why it is called a differentiator. Then what are its uses? Again, you remember that first point, when we consider, suppose input must be equal to A sin omega t. Suppose this is the input. What is the derivative of this? Here is dVn by dt must be equal to A cos omega t multiplied by omega. When the input is sine wave, output is cosine wave. Because output is derivative of the input, but only this negative sign. Why this negative sign? Because this operational amplifier is connected in inverting mode. Because there is a phase shift of 180 degree. Means, remember that when the input is sine wave, the output is cos wave. But What is this omega? Omega is twice pi f. When the frequency of the input is increased, output increases. dVn by dt, that is V0 must be equal to this. dVn by dt, that is this value. Accordingly, this equation, that is V0 is equal to this. Means when the frequency is increased, output increases, and that's why differentiator circuit passes the high frequency, and therefore it is called a high pass filter. High pass filter. This is the first point. Many times the question asks, which circuit act as a high pass filter and which circuit act as a low pass? Integrator act as a low pass filter, differentiator act as a high pass filter. Again, after considering this, here is if the input, suppose the ramp voltage. Ramp voltage means here is 0, ramp means linearly increasing, and this is a constant. When we consider this is the input. Here is 0 volt, and suppose here is a 5 volt, and this is a ramp. What is the derivative of the constant? If suppose the 5x plus c, what is the derivative of this? 5. And what is the derivative of this? 0. Means this part is constant. Its meaning is that the derivative of this part is 0. And this part is again a constant. The derivative of this part is again 0. It means if the input, this is the input, means if the input is, that is actually the ramp, what is the output for this particular part? For this particular part. This particular part means, suppose this is a 5x, increasing ramp. What is the derivative of this part? This part of this derivative is 5, means we get a constant output. We get a constant output, 5 volt. Remember this. Means derivative and integration, they are opposite to each other. Means you remember that when, means for this particular part, here is we get, that is actually the ramp, we get a inverted pulse. Means for this part, it is comes in this direction, and during this part, it remains constant, and when this is, again it comes back to the 0. Means we get a inverted pulse. We get a inverted pulse. Means for differentiator, when the ramp is used, we get the inverted pulse. Or in another way, and one more point you remember that, third, when the rectangular pulse is used, suppose this is a rectangular pulse. If suppose this is a rectangular pulse, what is the output? Means for this is actually the input, and for this particular point of view, output is going in this direction, input in this direction, output must be going in this direction. But during this constant part, when this input is constant, output is 0. Means it comes back to again immediately to 0. And when this is again a constant, again during this again constant, and when it comes again for this particular point, it move in this direction, and again it is come back. Means when the rectangular pulse is applied to the differentiator, it gives the spikes. Remember, use of operational this is actually a non-linear circuit. The shape of the input and shape of the output is different. That's why we call it as a non-linear circuit. And which non-linear circuits are studied? The first one is integrator, second one is differentiator. Integrator act as a low pass filter, differentiator act as a high pass filter. And after considering all these things, these integrator and differentiator, they are useful in many circuits. Where we want to obtain, suppose the square wave is there, how will you obtain the triangular wave? Use the integrator. If suppose the rectangular pulse is there, but we want a spike, we can use the differentiator. Means this is actually the applications. This is all about the integrator and differentiator. Next time we will see comparator and Schmitt trigger. Today I am stop here. Thank you. Okay.